Coach Michael Berg, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Coach Burt, 5:58 a.m. on, what is it, Wednesday? Monster Producer Wednesday, folks. For the folks that are in my coaching program, this morning at 7:30, I'm coaching on how to strategically plan your 2021. And I'm leaving the gym this morning. Good morning, Sonia Turner. I'm leaving the gym this morning at 6. I was there at 5. Good morning, Amber. And I was reminded of something this morning that really struck me as it relates to activating your prey drive, Jimmy, is that very few people in the world, Brian White, are willing to sacrifice something to get to the next frequency. Good morning, Michael. And that really prohibits a person from ever really extending to their capacity, their potential, is because they hold on to comfort. They hold on to ideas of the past. They hold on to, really owning this gym, F45, and being a part of this gym as one of the partners. Good morning, Frank. Has taught me how hard it is to get a person to do something that's good for them, that they need to play at a higher level, but they're not willing to give up the comfort. And they're not willing to give up what? An hour's sleep. Not willing to give up a little inconvenience. They're not willing to give up. And so what happens, good morning, Omar, is that, excuse me, a person wants a bigger future, but they just don't have the prey drive to go get a bigger future. So they continually revert back to what they were in the past, Pastor Ken. And you're right, big guy, I'm the powerhouse of prey. Because I find a way to activate and reactivate my prey drive, whether I'm tired, exhausted, fatigued, I'll use the word burned out, frustrated. I find a way to activate that prey drive over and over and over and over and over again. And because of that, thank goodness that I've been fortunate to reap the benefits of that, with a better life, with a better future, with a better, I don't know what you call it, with better everything, in my opinion. But it is because of small sacrifices, or maybe even big sacrifices. I was speaking last night at an event in Nashville, and yes, there were live people there. And I was talking about, for a decade, I gave my whole self to one thing, and that one thing was winning a championship, right? That one thing, Kelly Armstrong, was becoming the best at that one thing, which was high school basketball. And you may say, well, what is that? It was high school basketball. What does it matter? No, it matters, man. It matters when you set out to achieve something and you actually achieve it, folks. It matters when you set targets and you actually reach them. It matters when you commit to a goal and you actually reach it, okay? So what's the point of setting a target if you're never going to reach it? What's the point of setting goals if you're never going to do it? What's the point of saying, right, like I'm going to pursue a dream, but you don't pursue it? Like, what's the point? There is no point, folks. And so I see people every day, Sean Vernon and Sean Jones, that man, they just don't have the stick. And they will literally find any excuse they can to get out of the work to become great. Oh, I want to be great. Oh, I want a better life. Or I want to make more money. Or I want to do this. But for whatever reason, they just are missing that key structure, that prey drive to get up and go do it. So they just sit where they are, typically bitch about what they have. Don't have the life I want. I don't have the dreams. I don't have the money. I don't have the this. Folks, come on now. It's only so long a big-time person is going to listen to that. Okay, my granddad taught me, if you got to want to, you can find a how-to, folks. There's a way to make it happen. You just got to get creative. And it doesn't matter what it is. You can find the money. You can find the partnership. You can find the business. You can find the deal. You can find whatever you're trying to find. Trust me, it is available to you. Okay, and I was kind of walking through last night my journey of going from a high school basketball coach to where I am today. And I codified it. I said, man, I was willing to sacrifice for 10 years to learn a skill. It wasn't about the high school coaching. This is where you don't understand. What I was really doing was refining a skill. Money doesn't buy you freedom. Skills buy you freedom, folks. The stronger your skills are, the more money you're going to make. If you're not making enough money, then it's because you don't have a strong enough skill, or you don't have a high enough prey drive, right, David Perez? You don't, like, you may have a skill, but you don't have the prey drive. When you marry ridiculous skill and ridiculous prey drive, you are going to get some type of ridiculous result. And the common person is going to look at you and go, dang, what's that dude doing? Well, that dude got in at 10 and was up at 5 or 4 and was doing things other people ain't willing to do. I'm willing to give up things that cost me time, money, energy. I'm willing to stay focused, man, on my targets. You know, when I was a high school coach just years ago, and I don't like living in the past, I just use these as an example. I would not drink an ounce of alcohol before I coached a basketball game. A decade. I wouldn't have a glass of wine. I wouldn't have a beer. Because if I was not on my A game, I would never forgive myself if we lost a game because I was one ounce off my game. That's how dedicated and focused I was, okay? And you say, well, what's a glass of wine? It doesn't matter. It doesn't, whatever you do, whatever your habit of choice is. Well, it costs you, man. It costs you. It costs you energy. It costs you mindset. It costs you something. I got big dreams, folks. David Perez has got big dreams. People that follow me got big dreams. And I would tell you, to reach those dreams, you got to be willing to give something up to get something. And if you don't want it, then quit talking about it. Quit telling people you're going to do it. Here's a better fact. Just quit dreaming. Just quit even talking about it. If you want to do something, quit talking about it and start being about it. Those are the people who really, really get it done. So Amber Walsh is asking some questions this morning. Good morning, Amber. To me, the word discipline carries a lot of meaning. It means, it is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. We know in the Bible Jesus had 12 disciples. They gave themselves to a person or cause they believed in. If you believe in your future, you will become a disciple to that future. You will be disciplined to that future. But it also means, Amber, the ability to subordinate what I want eventually. What I want now for what I want eventually means I have the ability to sacrifice feeling how it feels now. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to do it. Okay, but I have a stronger feeling. Like I have a stronger feeling to be in good shape, build a healthy immune system, be as strong as I can be, than I do stay laying in bed when I should be working out. My feeling is stronger. I always say there's nothing tastes as good as skinny and good looking feels, folks. I want to look good when I wear that suit today. I want to be in shape today. I want to have, right? So that's a great point, Sean. To get paid like a professional, you got to act like a professional. That is a very, very good point. That's really what I'm saying this morning, is when you got amateur desires, and we all got them, at some point you got to leave your amateur desire behind, and you got to go pro, man. You hear me talk about this a lot. And when you go pro, you subordinate or sacrifice some old amateur desire. It's a habit you got that's keeping you back. It's a mindset you got. It's a friend you got. It's something that's keeping you from playing at a higher frequency. Okay, if Amber Walsh comes to me and says, look, I want to be one of the top whatever in the world, I'm going to tell her this is what you got to do. Now it's going to be up to her to do it. And she may say, damn, coach, I don't want to do all of that. That was my Brad Lee impression. But if she wants to be all that, she got to do all that. Okay, and so, man, I can't tell you, this keeps me up at night. This is why I'm writing the book, Flip the Switch, How to Activate the Prey Drive in You, because I'm fascinated by the psychology of why can some people just go do it and other people can't. Why do some people, Jimmy, have it, some people don't, man? Is it something that's learned? Was it instilled in me by my mama? Was it, did I get it somewhere? Did I learn it at a seminar? Like, why do some people just not have the gear? Why do some people reach a certain level of threshold and they become complacent? And they, in their mind, believe they're there. They live in this kind of false positive world, and they really won't take any advice or counsel from other people, even if those other people are performing at a higher frequency. Now, here's what I found out, Freddie Blanton and Matt Warren. I've been looking to get coached by a couple of different people because they know how to do something that I want to do. And you know, I think I said this yesterday, but man, you know, some of you guys are used to paying $997 for coaching, folks. People coaching me are $40,000 and $50,000 a day. They ain't $997 for a year. Okay, they're $40,000 for a day or 2 days. And you have to make up your mind, how bad do you want to get to the next level? Right? How bad do you want to play at the next frequency? How much is it worth to you to sacrifice? Would you rather buy this and it be a complete liability? Or would you rather invest in you? That's a complete asset. Good morning, Brad Fowler. And so, you know, you gotta make up your mind. You know, so you guys are using these words, raising my standards, man. I'm tired in my life, Mark, of playing with my potential, man. I see these guys that are older that I compete with, the Tony Robbins, the Cardones, and they have this roughness about them. And what they really are tired of are excuses. That's really what they've heard for so long. And they've heard them for so long, they've become intolerant of these excuses. And they have no patience for these excuses because they've heard them for 30 years, man. I'll probably be like that when I'm 60. Is how many times has a person got to tell you they can do it and they don't do it? How many times have you got to let your wife down? How many times have you got to let your husband down? How many times have you got to let your boss down? I mean, how many times are you going to let a person down before you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So the sacrifice is, man, this is going to be hard. It's going to be inconvenient. It's going to be miserable, Jesse. It's going to take time. You're going to have to get up early. You're going to get home late. You ain't even going to be able to see out of your eyeballs because you're going to be so exhausted. And that's what you're signing up for if you want to be great. I've never met a lazy person of interest. I have this conversation with Brad Lee. He's like, well, I'm lazy. And I'm like, man, you're up at 3:30 in the morning. Come on, man. You're in the office on Saturday. You're in the office on Sunday. You're not lazy, okay? You may not work the way I work. You may not pick up the phone and make calls and work like that, but dadgummit, you're not lazy. So what's the point I'm trying to make you this morning is to get something new, you got to let go of something old, folks. And everybody, including me, has got old things holding them back. And we got to get to a point where we say, dadgummit, I'm tired of playing at that low frequency. I'm kind of embarrassed by what I'm doing in my life. And until you have this hard conversation, or somebody has it with you, you just continue to kind of putter along, man. Just kind of get what you get. And one day, and someday, and hopefully, we're gonna get there. But let me let you in a little secret. It ain't happening, man. Okay, I don't know how to break it to you. We can have this talk today, or we can have it 10 years from today, folks. But if you coach as many people as I do, listen to the excuses that I hear in a day, my Lord. The excuses. You get so sick of listening to people's excuses. Timing's not right. I'm going through a divorce. Like, this is happening to me. I'm dead broke. Folks, okay, I guarantee you had a hand in every one of those things. You could tell me all day long you don't. You could tell me all day long somebody else did it to you. But I would tell you every mess I've ever got myself in, I had a direct hand in getting myself in there, okay? It wasn't somebody else that did it to me. I did it to myself. When I was broke because I was being lazy. When my wife's not happy with me, it's because I've been a lousy husband. When my kid's mad at me, because I've been a bit terrible father. Okay? Now, here's what I'm telling you. When you start saying, man, it's my fault. And you start saying, you know what? My amateur desires have placed me here. Right? Like I'm here because of the decisions I've made. I'm here because of the commitment level I've had. I'm here because of this or that. Then, folks, at some point you got to get real with yourself. Okay? Now this is the Coach Bird in me that was a championship basketball coach saying, man, check your excuses at the gate. For the love of God. Okay, how many times you gonna miss the screen? How many times you gonna miss the shot when you're open? How many times you gonna screw the play up? That's really what you got to understand. And that's why we practice, and that's why we get in coaching. I hear people tell me all the time, man, I'm good. I don't need any coaching. I'm completely comfortable. God, those are people who need coaching the most. Okay, I was coaching a group of people the other day, and I was asking, like, who do you think of when you think of the best? One dude said himself. And I'm like, well, are you the number one guy in the world? Because I would never say that. I don't think of myself when they ask me who the top player is. Somebody else playing higher than me, man. So today's talk is about getting real, folks. To get something, you got to sacrifice something. So let's have a great day. Everybody needs a coach. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Sometimes you need to hear some tough love, and you know I love you. Okay, let's have a great day. Friday, get on my workshop. I'll post it on here, virtual boot camp. I want to help you go to higher frequency, man. That's my whole goal in life. God bless you.